What's up? What's up, everybody? Alex O Crypto here. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Otter Gang. How we all doing on this beautiful Sunday morning / Saturday afternoon, probably for you guys. Hope you're all doing well. We're going to get into these charts. Look at this weekend. We're getting a little bit of volume, which is pretty awesome. Which way will we point? We were pointing up to the right. I think we'll go down to the right today. A little bit more sideways than normal. We'll see what happens over the next coming hours. We'll look into the charts. We have a couple of alts to set you guys up with for this weekend and possible pumps / dumps. We will see which way the price is going to go. We're always keeping our ear to the ground to see if we can find anything for you guys. So thank you so much for being part of this community. Thank you for joining us. And thank you, everybody, for all the likes and subscribes. We've been growing nicely as of late, and we hope to continue to trudge that path. So we're going to go into Bitcoin, and we're going to go over all the goodies here. So sit back, relax, get ready to mark out your charts, all that good stuff, and make sure to like and subscribe and join us in the free Discord where setups are given, and we're always here trying to help you grow and remain profitable. So thank you so much for being here. Let's jump into it. As you can see, we got the weekly red dot here that has played out. It has printed, but we were looking at the stochastics pointing up. Okay, so we're going to look for a reaction tomorrow on the weekly time frame to see, are we going to continue to the downside? Okay, on the market Cipher B here, we are also going to watch the 5-day here. We can see it starting to curl back down. Okay, we had the push up, curl back down. We got the lovely lady lumps up here, and we can see that we're working our way down. But money flow is still in the green, and VWAP has failed to get above the zero line here. It's flattened out. So multiple confluences, 2 signs staying down, 2 signs staying up. So we got to be careful here, but we can also see the long-term trend is that money has come into the markets, okay? So look for this to continue on the high-term time frames, right? If it comes out abruptly, well, we can look for a very, very swift move to the downside. Money flow is a long-term leading indicator, so hopefully we don't see that unless you want to accumulate at lower prices, which I'm sure we all do because we're all bullish on crypto in the long term, right? So that's my thoughts for that. As we flip down to the 4-day, we can see stochastics flip to red here. 3-day, it's also on red, but the money flow still remains thick and green, okay? But we always talk about the money flow in quarters, okay? So if you have quarters here, you have 4 quarters, okay? Bada boom, right? And then you have all 4 quarters here. Now, money flow will come all the way through here. Now, we're looking to enter when money flow gets to the 3rd quarter, you know, the final countdown, because that's when money flow starts to come out and switch to the negative, or vice versa, switch from negative to the positive. 3rd quarter comes out, okay? I've noticed this trend very, very, very much. Now, measuring it is hard, but we can see here, are we going to have some sort of downwards action here? This is what we'll look for, and look for a retracement downwards if money flow tends to come out in the next week or so. Now, one thing I need to bring to your guys' attention, what do we got here? We got a beautiful live stream with you guys here, but we also have inflation rate coming out Wednesday, May 10th, and make sure to check what time that is for you guys, okay? Because we have very, very, very serious things coming our way with the debt ceiling. June 1st needs a decision. They should be raising the debt ceiling, okay? Naturally, they've only done it, I think, twice where they haven't raised the debt ceiling. You know, not a good time. Not a good time. We got elections coming up. I'm sure they're going to raise the debt ceiling, okay? But we do have inflation rate on Wednesday, okay? And we need to stay informed on what's going on in the markets for those volatile moments. So make sure that you're preparing for Wednesday. We could see some sideways action in the next 3 days or so on Monday and Tuesday, just setting up for this inflation rate and to see where it's going to bring us. We also have some PPI and stuff like that, but most things are focused on this inflation rate year over year. And is it going to stay at 5%? Is this core inflation going to come back down? It's forecasting 5.6. So we'll have to wait and find out. We will be prepared, and we will keep you informed over the next couple of days to have, what the sentiment of the market is, right? Because we gotta see what people are thinking and then make our own decisions along those ways. So going back to Bitcoin, you can see we're in a clear uptrend. Okay, we're in this beautiful uptrend here. We're trying to get above 30K. We also have the key level of support at 25.2, but we have failed to get below this 27,000 mark. Okay, this 27,000 mark now seems to be the very key level of support. Okay, even when we pull over here and we look at our fixed range volume of this previous range, you can see that we have a value area low just around 28.7, but the bottom of these wicks here are at 27.9, 27K. Okay, so we can see that we're kind of just doing possible upwards consolidation range, just like before here. So we need to be very cautious of this range and this level down below here. Okay, so we need to break that in order to continue downwards, and we need to pop up above 30,000 if we are to continue to the upside, which, I mean, we're all bullish in the long term, but some of us want to accumulate more bags. Some of us want to trade the ranges. And right now, as a short-term trader, this has been nice compared to over here. When we zoom in to the daily, this level over here was very, very difficult to trade for a lot of people, including myself. But this over here has been a lot more easier, in my opinion, because we're getting bigger moves, right? So we can catch longer trades. Therefore, we're not in and out so quickly. We're actually able to hold and make some nice profits. Okay, so looking at the daily here, we can see that momentum has clearly slowed down. Okay, it's slowed down, and it looks like it's looking to set up for possibly that Wednesday news that's going to come our way, right? So possible consolidation here. Maybe no huge moves, but we do have a couple patterns that we are keeping a look at, and that is this head and shoulders, also by these trend lines here. So we have this trend line coming down here. Now we can make this a little bit more steep. We almost got above here and flipped this to support. We were looking for this move here where we could flip above and turn this to support. We came above and we didn't continue upwards. Okay, we got a nice rejection, hence the thumbnail. Okay, so we have come back into this wedge, and as we continue in this wedge, I think the pop's going to be quite significant. Okay, this could be all setting up for a beautiful CPI data, whatever you want to call it. But you can see that brings us up to 32,005. And this one brings us all the way back down into this 24,000 range, which is a little bit far-fetched. I would say to bring this up a bit and challenge that 25.2 area that we've been talking about for the past couple of weeks, right? That massive level of support. But first and foremost, we need to break down below this trend line here around 27.4. Also, these lows right here, 1 and 2, and now 3 and 4. We need to change this trend because the trend is still putting in higher lows, okay? So we need to be very aware that the trend is your friend until the end, and there is a lot of momentum, especially with that meme coin pumpage that's been going on with Pepe. It looks like it has had a retrace. We will look at Pepe. We will look at ADA. We will look at Uni, OP, and APT. I saw some trades there that might be some nice swing trades for you guys, so we'll take a look at those as well. Okay, so market Cipher, very indecisive, very low moves here. Also, I wanted to note, sorry, I forgot to mention, but the head and shoulders pattern here has not yet been invalidated, in my opinion. Okay, so that is also another confluence that can possibly bring us down. I'm not a massive pattern trader, but I am aware of them just in order to build confluence with my trading strategy. Okay, so as we flip through here, let's get down into the 12-hour and let's take a closer look at this range. We'll take this off and we'll add our group here, and we have multiple levels here because this range has been so long and enduring. I mean, we've been in this range since the mid-March area, March 15th. We've pumped up massively, and we've been consolidating ever since then. So we have levels here, right? And we've gotten above this previous trend, okay? This previous consolidation here, we've gotten above it. We're above it yet again, right? So we're heading upwards. We have some key levels here that have held us down, okay? And that should be this mini POC gap here. Then we have this one up here, and then we have the highs up here. So we want to be marking these out on our charts. Simply pull a fixed range volume profile, pull it across this range, and target your highs, target these POCs. If you flip them, you gotta be trading these as you flip them, right? So it acts as support or resistance, right? Support or resistance, depending on where they are. The point of control here, support. Look for it to support us on the way up, vice versa, okay? Some of these you don't need, but we want to be trading the ranges here. We want to be getting into the trades, paying ourselves early, and taking our profits off the table and letting the rest of the trades ride and looking to catch those bigger moves. Shout out to, I can't remember who it was in our group, but he managed to catch a beautiful trade at Crypto Edge, 29.8 overnight. Let's go. Amazing job. Amazing job. We love to see you guys winning. So that would be up here, 29.8, right at the tip. Look at that. And if you rode that down, that's a beautiful 5% on Bitcoin with a little bit of leverage. You're laughing. So that's great to see. I was able to catch a move from this 28.6 wick all the way up to there. Another 5%. I mean, we're winning here. We're winning here because we're practicing good risk management. We're practicing a healthy mindset, trading psychology, numero uno, with a plan, executing on a daily basis. So join us here. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to see you in the free Discord. So don't forget to find that link in the description below. Okay? So we can see we have multiple ranges here. We can see that we're also knocking on the door of this mini range POC up here. We can possibly, drop this down, but I'm not going to do that yet. I just like to keep it right in the middle, right? Just to see where we're going to go. Now, as we look at market Cipher, we've had very much consolidation in the middle here. We haven't had extreme moves up top. We've been just very momentum, very nice, even choppiness, right? So it's not horrible. It's not like this, okay? It's not like this over here where it's just, you can't even color in the lines, but it's been a lot easier to trade. Did not catch this one, but we're looking for another trade here. So what do we got as we zoom in? We go to the 8. We can see money flow is coming up, right? Money flow is coming up. It's dropped out. And then as we get into the 4, we can see we've had multiple signs here. We were looking for the bear divs here, and we didn't necessarily get it on the 4. Let me see if we got it on. Oh. Nope, not on the 2. Okay, possible. We've been moving up. Now, can we see a move down here? Not completely, right? But we're looking for the bear divs in order to get into these downward actions. You can see we've popped back up here. So going into the 4 hour, we can see money flow has curved downwards now ever since this nice, beautiful push through this channel that we had marked out in the group. And I said, if we lose this channel, we're probably going down to the CME gap. I said that last night before bed. I was like, Mrs. Otter, I think I'm doing a good job. I'm helping out the guys here. Bed for me, gents. We showed the CME gap down below. We said if we break out of this, look for the channel to be respected or go to the CME gap and bounce. Bearish 12-hour, but short-term could take a wee bounce. Much love, everyone. So we let you guys know which way we're going to go, and that was last night. So look, we broke the channel, came back down, CME, bounce, right? Very, very simple, but very effective, right? So if you waited for that, you could have jumped into this short as it broke, or you could have grabbed the bounce here and been in a trade still to this day. All right, so we're setting you guys up. We're building ideas. We're building confluence, and we're helping each other remain profitable. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful setups given in advance, always on the channel. So you can see we're getting a little bit of a bounce here off the CME gap. Now, if you go over to this CME futures, you can always find some gaps. Okay, gaps are very tradable. We have some massive gaps above us and below us here at 34.6 and 21.5, and we have yet to come, and we're pretty much smack dab in the middle. We've measured these out for you guys multiple times. I think it's 25% and 25% up and down, right? But as we continue to print price action, we find these ones in the smaller term time frames. Make sure to add CME futures to your trading repertoire in order to add confluence, and you can find these gaps and you can find where price is going to head towards. Okay, and by doing that, you can find some nice beautiful trades like we did here. We have filled that, so this will probably be filled once the futures turn back on. Okay, so beautiful CME gap found. It has come down. It went below that, right? But we were looking for price to work its way there. I'm sure if we pull a fib from the top to the bottom, look at that golden pocket, bang, bang, choo-choo train, confluence. Okay, so there you go. That's how you build confluence. That's how you find entries in this game of trading. So that's very beautiful, the way that has all worked out. Okay, so in the near future, what am I looking for? Okay, so we're at the 2 hour now. We're getting a green dot that has printed on the 2 hour. So look for price to continue upwards in the short-term time frames. It is the weekend, okay? So when we zoom out here, we throw on the volume, we can simply see that volume has declined, okay? We can see the decline in volume. Look at that. Beautiful, easy to see, easy. But we did get this little push here, push into the downside, which the trend has reversed. Okay, the trend has reversed. We've broken out of this channel. Look for a retracement downwards now. So we'll be pulling a fib here from the top to the bottom, marking out some key levels. Look at that mini range POC in the place to be. Okay, so we got confluence here. We'll put that on our charts and we'll look for a beautiful retracement going downwards there. Crypto Billy, my man, how are you doing, brother? God bless you. Thank you so much for checking in on us. My man, Crypto Billy, much love, brother. True friend of the community. God bless you. I hope you're having a great weekend, man. I hope you've enjoyed it. Man's hooking up everybody in the cryptoverse, bullish on crypto. Thank you so much for being here. The man with the wrench, the man with the plan. Thank you for dropping in and saying hi. Just doing a weekend update live for the people, you know, trying to help them build confluence. And we had a couple of good setups, man, last night for the people. So we're always out here trying to look at the charts, build confluence for everybody, and help them stay profitable while protecting that mindset, of course. So thank you so much for dropping in and saying hello. Much love to you, brother. Much love. So as we go through here, the 1 hour, yes, of course, we've had this push up. It came down to the CME gap. We can get rid of that now. We know that there is a golden pocket down below us. So if we use the fibs, we can keep that here. So we know that there is a retracement here. So we'll add that to our charts, but we'll also look for this move upwards. We've had this push downwards. We'll look for a retracement up to that area of POC and a bounce off that and a continuation downwards. Look for this POC to hold us up. Okay, this is a very key level. You can see that price has consolidated multiple times on the highs here, on the lows here. So we got to be very careful of this range because it's very much up and down sideways action through this range. But if we prepare ourselves, we can grab some nice, beautiful in and out short trades. So that's what we're preparing for Bitcoin in the short term. We're looking for a little bit of a bounce here, probably a push up. Watch the VWAP, add that to your charts, and look for it to continue its way downwards and challenge this beautiful level POC here. Right around 28,000. Beautiful. So we have a little bit of a range for this weekend. Don't expect too much on the volume. Maybe a Sunday weekly put in. So we'll zoom out here. We'll look at the weekly, and we'll see what the weekly has given us. We'll get rid of the T8. We'll add all this into a group. keep your charts organized as much as possible. I know we all like Etch-a-Sketch and stuff, but it's important to keep it organized. And we have a very indecisive doji candle so far. So what can this mean? This can mean that maybe possibly we're going to head down. We've had big pump, doji, big pump, big dump. So it's very much a consolidation of the range here. This is very indecisive action, and obviously in the charts it's been very, very very sideways action, but there has been some moves to grab here along the way. So look for this to be indecisive printing, preparing for that dreaded inflation rate that's coming on Wednesday. Okay, so we'll be watching the macro, looking for what's going to happen with the beautiful market here. So let's keep on that. Check on BOB. Which is BOB, my friend Billy. BOB. So be watching the futures as well. Keep an eye on that. Now let's go over to the Dixie. See if we can find some confluence on the Dixie. Zooming in. So we look for this as an inverse relation to Bitcoin, obviously. It trades in opposite fashion. We were looking for this to make a double bottom. That has printed. The double bottom has come here. But now we're consolidating above this 100 level, okay? We have made higher lows. But it is looking very, very skeptical here. We came back up, we pushed up, and now we're coming back down. It's almost like we've made another double bottom in this smaller, maybe a possible inverse head and shoulders. So we're going to watch this very carefully because this is a key level of support that we're watching. So we want to make sure that when this pops up, BOB meme chit. I like the chit coins. The chit coins, I made a Pepe video the other day and I'm like, why am I talking about a frog? I even threw one in my thumbnail, man. We gotta get the Otter Gang coin out there. Some cute otter pictures. We'll be laughing, my friend. Oh, man. You know what? Whatever brings people, if it's a frog, if it's a dog, it's all good if it's bringing people into the crypto space, man. I don't care if they're bullish on frogs, bullish on dogs, bullish on otters, or bullish on BOB. I mean, the more the merrier. As the exposure grows to the industry and decentralization and being your own bank, it's beautiful, man. I'm all for that. I'm all for people finding financial freedom and freeing themselves from the matrix or whatever you want to call it. But you know what? So that people can be their own banks, grow, prosper, be kind to one another, and not have to have huge financial insecurity. That's what it's all about, man. So if it's a frog, if it's a bob, whatever, bring it on. So the Dixie, we'll look at it. I don't know. We'll have to find it here. Let's see if we can find the bob. We'll add the bob once I don't even know what to search for it on. It's got to be on Uni or something, right? Let's go. You tell me which one it is here, and I will go and look at it after we look at the confluence with Bitcoin. So we have the up and down here. We're looking for Dixie to bounce. Okay, when we zoom out on the Dixie, we can simply see that we have this massive, massive COVID pump here, right? And it came way up here, right? So we have this area that we were in for absolute years, right? For so long. Look how long this is, right? All the way back to 2015 when I was 12 years old. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But this is a key box where eventually we want to see for the bull run. I'm sure it will enter into this area and we will see price soar, okay? But if it does remain above here, look for nothing to pump dramatically just as of yet, okay? So we're looking for a bounce here. You can see, and we'll see if it happens. And as price comes up, Bitcoin will come down slowly but surely. But that is always healthy for price to continue to the upside. We're looking for a possible retrace in the long term of Bitcoin, but right now we're just trading this range. With the S&P, let's jump over to the S&P. Let's see what we got over here. Now, we were looking for S&P to come up to this key level, which it did, and get rejected, which it did. It did not make it above 4,200. Between 4,200 and almost 4,000, I'd say. 4,000 would be a psychological level, right? So we can add the 4,000 in there. Maybe we just drop this down to 4,000, right? And we can see that we're bouncing around here, but we did not make a higher high. That's the one thing I wanted to note, is that we did not get above this high here. We just got rejected and sent back down, okay? We have pumped recently back up, but look for this to continue down, change market structure, and then look for it to try and attack this 3828 area. So we're in this range here. We have psychological support right now, psychological highs, and higher lows along the way. So we want to watch the reaction of the S&P 500. If it continues to work its way down, flips this into resistance, and then continues downwards, well, 3828 would be our target, right? So, and this has a correlation with Bitcoin. That's why we check it. So if it does flip this and head down, that's not good for Bitcoin. So we want to definitely watch that. Render and woo! Let's go, Life Prodigy. Thank you so much for being here. We will jump over. I was looking at Woo for a possible trade setup earlier. But yeah, we'll definitely look at that, my friend. We'll definitely look at that. So that's my ideas for Bitcoin. Let's trade the range. Make sure to add all these levels of confluence to your chart. Look for the breakout of this wedge, this head and shoulders pattern. It could continue. Right now, we look for sideways action. Trade this range. Look for this downwards trend line to be support or resistance, and this bottom trend line to be support, and continue along this line. We'll also look to trade this possible golden pocket at 29,226 and continue downwards. We have this POC holding us up here at 28K, and we'll continue to trade the range here. I will share this in the Discord so that you guys have the levels and the ideas for yourselves. Okay, so let's get into the alts now. And first and foremost, we have been requested to look at this beautiful render. Okay, so we're going to go over to render. I don't know which Bob coin you're talking about. Oh man, Bob's going to pump. This is Billy's coin. We're going to look at Bob and then render for sure. We got Bob. Oh my God. What have you done to me, Billy? Oh man. It's meme coin season, baby. Let's go. Let's go. LFGROW. Let's freaking grow. Okay. Ooh, Bob looks like it might pop. Let's go. Well, we have support here. Whew. We do have support here. I love it. Don't miss these things, man. Don't miss these things. Don't miss these things. Whew. Rising wedge. Possible breakout downwards. Broken support. Coming back down to key levels of support. It's made highs. Wow. 300%. Don't sleep on anything. You know what I mean? It's all about community in crypto. And right now, it is holding support, and it could look to move up. And even if it moves back up to this high, you're looking at 60% gains, which is quite juicy. It's quite juicy. So never underestimate these things. Look for these key levels to hold us up for sure. Made 2K on Pepe. Yeah, buddy. That's amazing. That's amazing. Pepe is looking to retrace and come back up. So we'll be looking at Pepe as well. Don't sleep on Bob, guys. Bob's been notified. Me and Mrs. Otter, we love the name Bob because it was her grandfather. Much love to Bob. God bless his soul. So we're going to go over to render. Render. Let's go to render. Hope you're doing well, Life's Prodigy. Let's take a look at render for you, my friend. Let's pull this range. Let's take a look. We're below the point of control. Let's zoom out onto the 2-day here, and let's just get a better idea. We got lots of TA here. We have yet to fall down below. We have lots of levels, man. We have lots of levels that have acted as support and resistance. We will get rid of a whole bunch of this junk on our charts because we want to build confluence throughout. So when we look at render, what do we see here? We can see a massive uptrend on render. Massive uptrend, in my opinion. Let's go to the 12-hour. Big uptrend, okay? Just like the corn, okay? Just like the corn. Can we see a trend line in here? Whew, what is that? That's a trend line, my friends. 3 touches. We're good to go. So look for this to hold as support. We have key levels of support as well. Okay, as well, let's pull this one up to here. And we can see that this has been supported multiple times. We do not want to get below this $2. Is it $2? Yeah, $2 area, okay? You can see multiple touches here. One touch here, one touch here. This is a lower low, though. So something to keep in mind is that we have put in a lower low. Look for a bounce here. Are we getting any sort of beautiful bullish divergence? Let's find out. If we got anything like that. We got lower lows. Do we got higher highs anywhere? So nothing on the 4-hour. Nothing really on the 2-hour. Let's go to the 8 maybe. The 8. Nope. Okay. So I don't see any bull divs there. So if we jump into the 1-hour, we can see the support here. We can see that we could be possibly looking for a push. Oopsie. We could be possibly looking for a push back up anyways. We have, blood diamonds. Blood diamonds on the 1-hour looking to push down. So because it's the weekend volume, we're looking for smaller moves right now. So with render, I'd be looking for this key level of support to hold and this trend line to hold. So I'd be looking for a push down and then a bounce. So I'd probably shoot along somewhere around here, but you got to protect yourself properly. If you pull this previous range here, let's see if we can find you something on this previous range to build some confluence. Okay, so you're touching on the value area high, and if you were to break into this range, your next level of support would be down here, which is quite a significant drop. So it is quite a risky trade in my opinion, especially with the lower lows. So I'd be waiting for confluence, either a bull div on the shorter term time frames on like the 24, something where you get a lower low here, a swing failure pattern, and a pop up. You get the lower low, and you get the beautiful higher high on the momentum waves. We'll be looking for something like that. Then I'd feel okay, but with this next level here with the stop loss, you want to get that stop loss higher, and you want to have a higher risk to reward ratio on your trade. So I'd be waiting for patience and confluence on render in the short-term time frame. But yes, possible long opportunity. It's worked its way down quite nicely. And if you are bullish on render, this could be a good buying opportunity. But wait for confirmations. If not, look for a continuation to the downside. Look for it to pop through this trend line and flip it to support and then continue. And that would be my short trade setup right there. I would not be shorting this until I get confirmation of the break of this trend line to continue downwards. I hope that helps you out there, my man. Now let's go over to Woo. Let's go check some Woo out. I believe Woo I was looking at it for a possible long setup as well. I was looking through it this morning, and Woo likes to move it, which is good. We like volatile moving coins, so let's go over and check out. It is at a psychological high, in my opinion. I was looking at it this morning, and we can see here if we just simply put out this beautiful box here. This was holding us down, all bear market, right? Multiple touches and rejections, right? So we are coming back to that area, looking to challenge it, right? But we also have a trend line here as well. You can see the beautiful trend line. So with Woo, we know that we have the key level of support here that we just drew out for you. All of these are screaming long me, but also they're all screaming be careful, because there is a trend line here supporting us up, and multiple touches. This is very good to build confluence. So right now you can see you got a bearish engulfing candle on the daily, which typically means more downside, right? We can also see that we have maybe a possible inverse. Nope, I don't see that either. Okay, so let's get down into the 4 hour. Let's look at the range here. We have this key level of support above us. Let's pull the volume for this particular range so we can see here. We have quite good volume clusters here, but we do have a gap. So look for it to, if it does break down below to where it is right now, you can see we have this one here, and then we have this one down below, which is not much of a separation, but it is with volume, right? So you can drop through this area here quite swiftly. So look for this POC to hold us up in order to build a trade. Okay, so we'll look for the POC to hold us up, but it's pretty even volume throughout, right? It hasn't really given us a significant point of control. So yes, this is a high volume cluster. So is this above us here. So I'd be looking to market support and resistance and trend lines in order to trade this. So as we look at this trend here, we can see that this is the point of control here. We can get rid of this one here because we've broken through. We have these key levels up here, and then these key lower levels here, right? So we look for the price to retrace and work its way down here. It has this big push down, right? So can we look for a little bit of a bounce and then a continuation? How we do that is that I would pull my fib from the top to the bottom of where we are right now, maybe even to the POC, give ourselves a little bit of a play. We got a trend line here at the 0.5. Look for a move back up to challenge this with such a drastic move down and a continuation downwards. Now these are big moves, right? 5%. So be very careful with your stop loss and your leverage if you are trading these. Overall, my thoughts would be to be patient and to wait for the weekend volume to subside, and then for us to continue downwards, challenge this trend line, and look to fire off along from here, right? And then if we do see that beautiful bull div, we can fire that off. If we do see other alts pumping and Bitcoin pumping, that would build confluence towards that trade as well. And then in the bearish scene, I look for this to continue downwards and continue like that. We have put in a lower low, so same thing. Look for the bounce up, continuation downwards, and possibly fire off a short from up here at this 29.5 level and ride that down with a tight stop loss down to the trend line, right? And pay yourselves, right? So definitely look for that on these two coins. I hope that helps you with your trading plan and your thoughts and ideas on that. Okay, over to Pepe. Pepe, hey, how's it going, Pepe? Mr. Frogman, frogs, dogs, choo-choo trains, and logs, okay? We can see that we have pushed back down, right? Shorts have been in the town as of late. A lot of people are just trading this. It's been very volatile. I heard it had more volume than XRP and stuff. So, I mean, it's flying. It's flying. Very tradable right now, but also very, very dangerous, okay? Very dangerous. We have some levels now, which is good to see that we have found key levels of resistance, support, all that good stuff. And I mean, it's a meme coin, friends. So it's strictly pumping and dumping due to community, which is beautiful because that means more people are coming into the space. We can see that we are definitely falling down this way and looking to find support. Okay, we're looking to find support. If this continues, we can look for that pump, right? We can look for that beautiful flag, and who knows which way the flag will go. But if we flag out and we pop up, we can go back to where we were at. And with these meme coins, when they move, I mean, they move, man. They move, right? So, I mean, beautiful 50% if you shorted that up there. With these, it's very difficult in order to trade these because they are liquidity grabbing like mad, okay? You can see here, if you had shorted, if you put in let's say you put in a short position here, okay? Beautiful. If you didn't pay yourself here, they come back for you, right? They come back for you. Bang, right? Bang, they came back for you. Even a little bit here. Even in this downtrend, it's very, very significant downtrend. But look, they come back for you. They're not making it easy to trade, okay? It's liquidity grab central. It's, oh my God, we're going to the moon. Better get out. Bang, dumped on your head. Oh, wicked out. Look at these wicks. These is John Wick's best friends, okay? Beautiful shooting star candles, right? Sending us back down, right? If you got into these areas, okay, ride that down. So very difficult to trade these, so protect yourselves. Make sure to use good risk management and have fun. I mean, this is a lot of the crypto space where we get to have a little bit of degen fun, but without good risk management, I mean, you're not going to have a good time. You're going to probably either get stopped out in loss or you're going to get liquidated. So make sure to practice good risk management on all these things and protect your mindset. Have some fun with it. Use TA. Use your highs, your lows, your fibs, all that stuff. And possibly moving averages could work out nice here depending on how you're trading this. So keep an eye on the Pepe. I mean, it's been flying and it's tradable and there's volume. So why not? Why not jump in if you can do some TA and pay yourselves early? Get in, get out, and pay yourselves. And if you're bullish on the long term, maybe throw some money at it. Right? It's not financial advice, but it couldn't hurt. Look, Billy made 2K on it. So I mean, there's money to be made. There's money to be made. So make sure to check that out. Now, there's been a lot of talk on Twitter about ADA. With ADA, you can see we've had very, 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 very mean dump, but look at it pump back up, recovered. So ADA's resilient. Charles Hoskin in the house. Looking at this double bottom, possible push-up. We'll look for it to make a higher high here versus here. Just looking at ADA over the long term, and hopefully ADA can recover from this push down and continue up. It's cheap right now, 38 cents ADA. I mean, let's go ADA. For the long term, we were up at this key level of support at 42 cents. We've been now knocked down, so we want to watch ADA. Look for it to come back up and challenge. But we are in this very thick sideways volume area up at 37 cents. Okay, so keep an eye on ADA. Now we'll go over to what I'm looking at possible swing trades to the upside. My first one I have for you guys is Uni. Okay, Uni is Uniswap is massive, right? So Uniswap was up at 45 cents before. Look at that, all-time highs, 45 cents. We are down at $5, right? That's a 9x, right? That's a 9x if it just does what it did last year. We are down at the bottom of this range. This could be a great opportunity for a swing long. So I'm keeping my eye on Uni, right? Keeping my eye on Uni, letting you guys know that this is one coin I'm definitely keeping my eye on in order to make some nice gains. You can aim for the moon with this one, or you can just aim back to the value area high with some good risk management and possible nice trade on Uni, even though we've gotten dumped down. Look at this. We're holding this value area low. Not much lower to go. I mean, you have this down here. around $3. And obviously that's a massive buying opportunity. But Uni, I'm looking for a possible long on Uni. I'll wait for confirmation. That's something I'm looking at for sure. So keep your eye on Uni. Okay, OP, I'm looking for a long here. Ugh. I need more coffee. Mrs. Otter, can I bug you for some more coffee, please? You got to wave to the fans. Hi, Mrs. Otter. See, that's Mrs. Otter's hand. She's got nice hands. They're awfully cold, though, and she tends to, when she touches me at night, I jump out of the bed. Oh. Thank you, Mrs. Otter. I appreciate you. You're a sweetheart. What an amazing lady. I'm spoiled. Just say hashtag spoiled. So we're looking here at OP as well for a possible trade. We've come down to key level of support. OP, lots of people bullish, lots of adoption, lots of good stuff going on with OP. So look, we've come down. We've come to this key level of support. Looking for a possible long on OP. Looking like we've come down to this key level. So another coin that I am bullish on over time. I am DCAing into it as well. So this is something I'm bullish on. So look, possible buying opportunity on OP. If it does go back up to even the highs of this range, even the mids of this range, that's a 28% gain. Very, very nice trade to be had here. So keep your eye open on the OP train. Key level below us here holding us up. So mark this out. If it gets below 170, dangerous, but we're looking for a reaction here. It's very full. Oh, I better sip it now. Thank you very much, Mrs. Otter. Oh, sweetheart. So yeah, possible trade here on OP, looking at that as well, okay? APT in the place to be. I'm very bullish on APT as well. And you can see it has also come back to key level of support here. We'll get rid of some of this. So we're looking for a long here on APT as well, okay? So there's a lot of setups here this weekend that could play out in our favor. So we'll have to see the reaction here. I don't want to give financial advice. I'm just bringing these to your attention for your thoughts and your own decision-making skills, okay? These are some coins that I am bullish on. They are part of my portfolio. These are my holdings that I DCA into, so I wouldn't be sharing anything with you guys that I don't believe in myself, okay? Not financial advice, just how I'm looking at the charts. And this is a possible good long opportunity, even if you come down to the high here. That's a 50%er, right? Massive gains to be had if you come back to these highs at 105%, okay? So trades to be made here. Keep these on your radar. Make sure to add them to your charts. Make sure to keep an eye out, okay? So I hope that helps you guys. That's kind of my thoughts for this weekend. Make sure to protect yourselves. Make sure to always practice good risk management. Trading psychology is where it's at. You can have a plan with lines and scribbles and prices and fibs and volume profiles, but if you don't have a healthy mind, if you don't have trading psychology, if you're not focusing on improving yourself daily, then you're not going to remain profitable for the long term. And that's what we're here. We're here to help you guys get over the FOMO, get over the fears, get over the revenge trading, practice healthy mindset, come to the charts fresh and refreshed, come in, kick ass, take your profits, and sleep well at night. So thank you so much for every single one of you, all your support, all your love and care. I appreciate every single one of you. Like and subscribe on your way out. My friends, my family, thank you so much for being here. Join us in the free Discord. I'll see you there. Peace out and good night from Australia. Bye.